How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing good. Back here with another video. Tomorrow night, August 6th, 2026, we have the NFL back. It is the Hall of Fame game. Yes, it's only preseason, but we finally get to watch the NFL again for the first time in 2026. Now, what I decided to do is make a video about the history of how it came about of the Hall of Fame game. So I'm going to be reading off my tablet here the history of the Hall of Fame game. So I figured, Hall of Fame games are going to be tomorrow night. Why not do the history of it and how it came about? So without further ado, let's get into the video. Pro Football Hall of Fame game. The Pro Football Hall of Fame game is an annual National Football League preseason exhibition game in Canton, Ohio, held the weekend of the Pro Football Hall of Famers induction ceremonies. The game is played at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, part of the Hall of Fame Village, is located adjacent to the Hall of Fame building. The first game was played in August 1962, the year when ground was broke for the Hall of Fame, and it was used as a fundraiser for the construction project. The game is generally held on a Thursday since 2017 and between July 31st and August 6th, and is used to mark the opening of the NFL preseason. It is anticipated by fans and viewers as the first NFL contest since the prior season Super Bowl held nearly 6 months earlier. Now we're going to go into the concept of how what teams are decided that play. The two teams that play in the Pro Football Hall of Fame game are typically selected by the league in advance of the remainder of the preseason schedule. The participants are usually announced around the time that the new Hall of Fame members are announced, which coincides with Super Bowl week. Often when a particular notable player will be entering the Hall of Fame that year, a team with which he had been strongly associated may be selected to play in the game to help maximize attendance and publicity of the game itself. From 1971 to 2010, the opponents for each game usually include one AFC team and one NFC team. In 2009, as recognition of the 50th anniversary of the American Football League, the game paired two AFC teams who were part of the original 8 franchises of the AFL. 1960, the Tennessee Titans, dressed as their previous incarnation, the Houston Oilers, and the Buffalo Bills, whose owner, Ralph Wilson, was inducted into the Hall of Fame that year. An all NFC matchup was scheduled for 2011, but it was canceled by the lockout. The following year, another interconference matchup of two NFC teams took its place. From 2011 onward, each team selected to play in the game has had at least one predominant alumnus being inducted into the Hall of Fame that year. Since the Hall of Fame game and the Hall of Fame induction ceremony are scheduled for the weekend before the normal NFL preseason starts, both teams end up playing an additional exhibition game compared to the remaining teams in the league. Formerly 4, 3 as of 2021. The last 4 expansion teams added to the league all played in the Hall of Fame game as their first. In 1995, expansion clubs Jacksonville and Carolina played each other. The Panthers haven't played in the game since then. And Houston appeared in 2002. When the Cleveland Browns returned to the league in 1999 with a rebooted roster, they played in the Hall of Fame game. The Baltimore Ravens, officially established in 1996 as a result of the Browns' relocation, did not play in the Hall of Fame game until 2018. With the Ravens' participation, all 32 current NFL teams have at least one appearance. So all 32 teams have played in the Hall of Fame game. Now we move on to the scheduling concept. Prior to the AFL-NFL merger, the Hall of Fame game was played in August or September, in some cases at the end of the preseason. In 1970, it was moved to the beginning of the preseason prior to 2001. It was not uncommon for the game to be played in July since 2001, when the league permanently moved the start of the season to the weekend after Labor Day. The game has always been played in early August. In 2002, the Hall of Fame enshrinement ceremony was moved from the steps of the museum to the football stadium. This created a tight schedule between the ceremony and the game. The 2011 game was originally scheduled between the St. Louis Rams and Chicago Bears, but the game was canceled by an ongoing labor dispute that had disrupted nearly all league activities during the 2011 offseason. The two clubs have set a deadline of July 22nd to ratify a resolution and enough time to prepare for the game. The league and players did not ratify the agreement until July 25th, forcing cancellation of the game. The 2016 edition, which was scheduled to be played between the Green Bay Packers and the Indianapolis Colts, was canceled at the last minute for unsafe playing conditions. Mike Silver of NFL.com reported that on the morning of the game, it was discovered that the logos at midfield and end zones had been painted using real paint, which was not intended for the use of the newly installed synthetic field turf. Subsequently, the paint had not fully dried, and officials heated the field to speed up the drying process, causing the rubber infield to melt. The affected area was described as being slick, like cement, making it impossible to get decent footing. Stadium officials attempted to address this issue by applying paint thinner to the turf before a Packers employee alerted them to a label warning that the substance could result in burns when exposed to skin. In deciding to cancel the game, the league and the Players Association cited safety concerns. Both teams were told at 6:40 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 80 minutes before kickoff, that the game was going to be canceled. However, fans in the stadium only learned of the pending cancellation via social media, and no official announcement was made until just before the scheduled 8 p.m. kickoff, which was greeted by boos and jeers. The next year, in 2017, the game was moved to Thursday night, making it the first event of the Hall of Fame weekend. The game was moved prior to the ceremony to prevent a repeat of the 2016 incident, and has been maintained since. Immediately following the game, the stage and the seating area for the Hall of Fame ceremony are erected in the stadium. The game in 2020 was scheduled to be played between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers, as well as all other preseason games, was canceled by the COVID-19 pandemic. The matchup was held over for the 2021 game. Television and radio. Unlike the majority of the NFL preseason games, which air on local television stations, the Hall of Fame game airs nationwide. From 1999 to 2005, the game was held on Monday night, televised as part of ABC's Monday Night Football package. It had previously been held typically on Saturday afternoon, except from 1963 to 1965 on Sunday afternoons. Televised as part of ABC's Worldwide Sports package, still using the Monday Night Football crew. In 1998, the game was put in the Monday Night Football package and played on a Saturday night, which served as a test run for the move to Monday night. In 2006, the game was largely aired on NBC as part of the Sunday Night Football package, which replaced Monday Night Football as the NFL's flagship premier broadcast that season, except in 2007, when NBC planned to air the China Bowl preseason game in Belgium, which was postponed and ultimately canceled in all Summer Olympic years except 2008, 2012, 2016, 2021, 2024, 2028, and 2032 due to NBC's broadcast rights to the games. In these years, the game is sold to ESPN ABC under the current iteration of Monday Night Football and Fox. The 2024 game was broadcasted by ESPN due to the 2024 Summer Olympics was simulcast on ABC. CBS is presently the only linear television network that is yet to air the Hall of Fame game. Prime Video has also yet to air it. And the commentators for Hall of Fame game, it goes by decade. In the 70s, 71 and 72 was Frank Gifford and Howard Cosell. 73 was Frank Gifford, Don Meredith, Howard Cosell. 74 was Frank Gifford, Fred Williamson, and Howard Cosell. 75 and 76 was Frank Gifford, Alex Karras, Howard Cosell. 77 was Chris Senko and Howard Cosell. 78 was Frank Gifford and Howard Cosell. 79 was Frank Gifford, Fran Tarkenton, and Howard Cosell. 1980s. 1980 and 81 was Frank Gifford, Fran Tarkenton, and Howard Cosell. 82 was Frank. In 82 and 83 was Frank Gifford and Howard Cosell. 84, Bill Fleming and O.J. Simpson. 85, Frank Gifford, O.J. Simpson, and Joe Namath. 86 was Al Michaels and Frank Gifford. 87, 88, and 89 was Al Michaels, Frank Gifford, and Dan Dierdorf. Then we go to the 90. From 90 to 97, it was Al Michaels, Frank Gifford, and Dan Dierdorf. 98, Al Michaels, Dan Dierdorf, and Boomer Esiason. 99, Al Michaels and Boomer Esiason. 2000. 2000 and 2001 was Al Michaels, Dan Fouts, and Dennis Miller. 2002 to 2006 was Al Michaels and John Madden. 2007 was Bryant Gumbel and Chris Collinsworth. 2008, Al Michaels, John Madden, Adam Scheffler. 2009 was Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, and Andrea Kramer. 2010s. 2010, Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, Andrea Kramer. 2012, Brad Nessler, Mike Mayox, and Stacey Dales. 2013 and 2014 was Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, and Michelle Tafoya. 2015 was Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, and Paul Brewmeister. 2017 was Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, Tony Dungy in the fourth quarter only, and Michelle Tafoya. 2018 was Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, Michelle Tafoya. 2019 was Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, Tony Dungy in the second half only, and Michelle Tafoya. 2020. 2021 was Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, Aaron Andrews, and Tom Rinaldi. 2022 was Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, and Melissa Starks. 2023 was also Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, and Melissa Stark. 2024 was Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, Lisa Salters, and Laura Rutledge. 2025 was Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Brett Musburger, third quarter only, and Melissa Stark. And tomorrow night's game at the time of this being filmed is going to be Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, and Melissa Stark. So we're going to go ahead and do the game history itself. So here we go. Note, No overtime up to 1973 and since 2021. August 11th, 1962, New York Giants 21 and the St. Louis Cardinals 21. September 8th, 1963, Cleveland Browns 7, Pittsburgh Steelers 16. September 6th, 1964, Baltimore Colts 48, Pittsburgh Steelers 17. September 12th, 1965, Detroit Lions 3, Washington Redskins 20. August 5th, 1967, Cleveland Browns 13, Philadelphia Eagles 28. August 3rd, 1968, Dallas Cowboys 24, Chicago Bears 30. September 13th, 1969, Green Bay Packers 38, Atlanta Falcons 24. August 8th, 1970, New Orleans Saints 14, Minnesota Vikings 13. July 31st, 1971, Houston Oilers 6, Los Angeles Rams 17. July 29th, 1972, Kansas City Chiefs 23, New York Giants 17. July 28th, 1973, San Francisco 49ers 20, New England Patriots 7. July 27th, 1974, Buffalo Bills 13, St. Louis Cardinals 21. August 2nd, 1975, Washington Redskins 17, Cincinnati Bengals 9. July 24th, 1976, Denver Broncos 10, Detroit Lions 7. July 30th, 1977, Chicago Bears 20, New York Jets 6. July 29th, 1978, Miami Dolphins 3, Philadelphia 17. July 28th, 1979, Dallas Cowboys 13, Oakland Raiders 20. In the 1980s, August 2nd, 1980, San Diego Chargers 0, Green Bay Packers 0. August 1st of 81, Atlanta Falcons 10, Cleveland Browns 24. August 7th, 1982, Baltimore Colts 14, Minnesota Vikings 30. July 30th, 1983, New Orleans Saints 14, Pittsburgh Steelers 27. July 28th, 1984, Seattle Seahawks 38, Tampa Bay Buccaneers 0. August 3rd, 1985, New York Giants 21, Houston Oilers 20. August 2nd, 1986, New England Patriots 21, St. Louis Cardinals 16. August 8th, 1987, San Francisco 49ers 20, Kansas City Chiefs 7. July 30th, 1988, Cincinnati Bengals 14, Los Angeles Rams 7. August 5th, 1989, Washington Redskins 31, Buffalo Bills 6. Going into the 90s. August 4th, 1990, Cleveland Browns 0, Chicago Bears 13. July 27th, 1991, Detroit 14, Denver Broncos 3. August 1st, 1992, New York Jets 41, Philadelphia 14. July 31st, 1993, Green Bay 3, Los Angeles Raiders 19. July 30th, 1994, San Diego Chargers 17, Atlanta Falcons 21. July 29th, 1995, Carolina Panthers 20, Jacksonville 14. July 27th, 1996, Indianapolis Colts 10, New Orleans Saints 3. July 26th, 1997, Minnesota 28, Seattle 26. August 1st, 1998, Steelers 6, Buccaneers 30. August 9th, 1999, Cowboys 17, Browns 20. Now we go into the 2000s. July 31st, 2000, Patriots 20, 49ers 0. August 6th, 2001, St. Louis Rams 17, Miami Dolphins 10. August 5th, 2002, Houston Texans 17, New York Giants 34. August 4th, 2003, Green Bay 0, Kansas City 9. August 9th, 2004, Denver Broncos 17, Washington Redskins 20. August 8th of 05, Chicago 27, Miami 24. August 6th, 2006, Oakland Raiders 16, Philadelphia 10. August 5th, 2007, New Orleans Saints 7, Pittsburgh Steelers 20. August 3rd, 2008, Indianapolis Colts 16, Washington Redskins 30. August 9th, 2009, Buffalo Bills 18, Tennessee Titans 21. We go into the 2010s. August 8th, 2010, Cowboys 16, Bengals 7. August 7th, 2011, canceled due to the NFL lockout. It was supposed to be the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. August 5th, 2012, Arizona Cardinals 10, New Orleans Saints 17. August 4th, 2013, Miami Dolphins 20, Dallas Cowboys 24. August 3rd, 2014, New York Giants 17, Buffalo Bills 13. August 9th, 2015, Pittsburgh Steelers 3, Minnesota Vikings 14. August 7th, 2016, was canceled due to poor field conditions. Green Bay was supposed to play the Indianapolis Colts. August 3rd, 2017, Arizona 18, Dallas 20. August 2nd, 2018, Chicago Bears 16, Baltimore Ravens 17. August 1st, 2019, Denver Broncos 14, Atlanta Falcons 10. August 6th, 2020, was canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. It was supposed to be the Cowboys and the Steelers. August 5th, 2021, Dallas Cowboys 3, Steelers 16. August 4th, 2022, Jaguars 11, Raiders 27. August 3rd, 2023, New York Jets 16, Cleveland Browns 21. August 1st, 2024, Houston Texans 17, Chicago Bears 21. July 31st, 2025, Chargers 34, Detroit Lions 7. And the game tomorrow night is this time this is being filmed. It's August 6th, 2026, and it's going to be the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. So we have some notes here. The 1980 game was called with 5:29 remaining in the fourth quarter due to lightning. The 2003 game was called with 5:49 remaining in the third quarter due to lightning. The 2007 game was simulcast locally on WGNO in New Orleans and KDKA TV in Pittsburgh. The 2011 game was scheduled to be between the St. Louis Rams and Chicago Bears, but was canceled due to the NFL lockout. The 2012 game was simulcast locally on KPHO TV in Phoenix and WVUE DT in New Orleans. The 2016 game was scheduled to be between the Green Bay Packers and Indianapolis Colts, but was canceled due to poor field conditions. The 2020 game was scheduled between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers, but was canceled due to COVID-19, the pandemic. The 2024 game was called with 3:31 remaining in the third quarter due to lightning and torrential rain. So that is the history of the Pro Bowl, the Hall of Fame game. So, yes, tomorrow night, people, we have football back. We have the Hall of Fame game. And again, it is between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. I will be watching that game. I probably will be putting a video up about that game. Yes, I know it's preseason, but still, damn it, we have football back. Let's go. Until my next video, I'm going to peace out.